guys, welcome to another recap of Survivor Caramoan. Very cool episode this week. Reynold and Eddie, right at the beginning, they plan to set up Andrea. They're going to do a little flirty thing with her. Well, one of them is anyway. Malcolm, he's confident that he could still turn this game around and, you know, be in charge of it. So, we'll see. Philip thinks Sherry is hot. He's like, when I saw you walk onto the beach the first time, I thought you were very hot. And then he asks, well, he offers for her to be in Stealth R Us, the favorite alliance. And she's in. She's all for it. Her nickname is Tenacity. All right. Really kind of weird, but whatever. Reward challenge time. They're playing for a rappel down a waterfall with a picnic at the bottom. I love the Survivor rewards. They are amazing. So they're going to be playing 2 teams of 5, and it's water polo, but it's jump off a platform water polo. 1 defender and 4 shooters for each team. Sherry wasn't picked, so she has to sit out and she has no chance of going on the reward. Malcolm and Michael were the defenders, and it was pretty much neck and neck. Brenda kind of blew it for her team because she was the shot that missed and then the other team scored. So purple team wins, and that was Eddie, Eric, Cochran, Michael, and Reynold, the boys club. So at the reward, Cochran's really enjoying it because he feels very free. Back in his old life, in the real world, he rarely leaves his apartment, much less takes his shirt off. I'm pretty sure he's a never nude. He probably showers with a bathing suit on. Even he doesn't want to see himself naked. So he feels like he's really accomplished a lot since his second go-round on Survivor. Michael brings up all-boy alliance. Any takers? Cochran's mouth says no. Cochran's mouth says yes, but inside he's saying no. He's going to stay loyal. So back at the non-reward, Malcolm tries to chat up Sherry and Dawn. And I don't, Malcolm's really grabbing at straws here. But anyway, Philip says that he wants the vote to be split. He wants to tell Malcolm that it's half the votes for Eddie, half the votes for Reynold, and secretly, everyone's going to vote for Malcolm. Andrea and Eddie meet up on a little island date, kind of, and they end up playing each other. I don't think either one of them really trust each other. They want to, but they won't, which is pretty smart because they're both out to get each other. So it's immunity time, and this is the challenge, one of the challenges that I absolutely hate the most on this show because I have a real fear of drowning. So it's an individual challenge because it's individual time, and they're all under the metal grate. It's an endurance, and the tide is coming up, and they have to stay under the metal grate until the tide goes over the metal grate. Oh, it is so scary just to think about it. Philip is out first, of course, as he usually is. And it actually came down to Brenda versus Andrea. And I'm thinking that the people who had the biggest advantage in this were the people with the smallest faces, because they could fit more through the grate. You could kind of stick your face through the grate a little bit. So if you've got a thin face, you're in. And Brenda ended up pulling it out and winning. So congratulations, because that's a tough one. Back at camp, Malcolm realizes that he wants Andrea out because he thinks she's in charge of the other side. And he's really playing Dawn hard. Malcolm wants Dawn on his side voting. So he tells Reynold to show Dawn his idol as like a good faith thing. And he was kind of a jerk about it too, and she was kind of pissed, and rightly so. And Eddie and Andrea have another little meetup, and they're trying to get information out of each other, and she realizes that the vote's going to be for her tonight. So she's kind of thinking that there's an idol floating around over there, but she doesn't know who. She thinks it may be Malcolm. And she wants to vote out Michael. She wants to go for a safe vote that she knows will go through, because nobody's going to use their idol on Michael. And Dawn, at the last minute, tries to convince her to stick to the plan, because she knows that Reynolds has the idol, but she doesn't know that Malcolm does too. So at Tribal, Philip reveals Stealth R Us, which was completely laughable. Philip, it's the weirdest thing ever. Sorry. It would be okay if you didn't have to tell everyone about it. So there's a whole lot of Probston going on. People are saying things without mentioning names. Everyone's looking confused, including Jeff. And it's time to vote. And Reynolds is nervous. He plays he goes to play the idol. And Malcolm's like, what, hold up. You should play that idol for me. That's what this whole speech was about. Everybody's voting for me. Trust me. So he totally exposed himself to everyone. Not literally. And he exposed that he's in an alliance with Reynolds, because why else would Reynolds play the idol for Malcolm? And he plays it for Malcolm, and it turns out that Malcolm voted for Reynolds, first of all, and second of all, Malcolm didn't get one vote. Dumb move, you wasted an idol. Well, who's going home? Couple of votes for Andrea, but the person who's going home is Michael. So they stuck to the second plan of voting Michael out and not Malcolm. So, wow. Bye, Michael. You can go hang out with Corinne now. Next time, oh my God, poor Dawn. She needs some major freak-out control. It's really getting to her. So she's threatening to leave the game. Will she? I'm thinking no. So we'll have to wait till next week. But until then, much love.